This was the 13th edition of AILET. It began in 2008, and they say that there is something about the number 13. Okay, so when it comes to CLAT and AILET, okay, nothing can probably be, okay, more accurate than that. You know what has been happening to CLAT and AILET, probably all the examinations. Okay, but in case of CLAT and AILET, for each one of these examinations, this is the 13th edition. Okay, this is for the first time that AILET was a computer-based test. And again, this is for the first time that AILET was conducted by the National Testing Agency. Okay, NTA. What else? Okay, some statistics related to AILET 2019. Okay, and 2018 as well. All India rank in 2019 was obtained at 93.25. Okay, All India rank 1 in case of AILET 2018 was obtained at 98.25. 50th rank, okay, 72.75. Okay, in case of AILET 2019, and in case of AILET 2018, 71.25. Okay, rank 70 in AILET 2019 was 71.25, and in case of AILET 2018 was 69.50. Okay, even if you look at rank 80, which can be considered a very safe cutoff. Okay, so that way we can very easily, very comfortably say that in case of the AILET 2019, the cutoff for a general category student was 70.75, and in case of AILET 2018, general category cutoff was 69, only 69. So 69 to 71, okay, was a safe score in the last two editions of AILET. What would it be this time? Okay, certainly not more than 75. Our prediction is, Gradeup's prediction for this year's cutoff for NLU Delhi for general category students is 73 to 75. So if you're confident of getting 73 to 75, okay, there's a very good chance. Okay, the chance of you getting a call from NLU Delhi or admission in NLU Delhi is more than 90%. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, let's move from here now and look at the sections. All of us are aware of, okay, the structure of the examination. You know it well. Okay, so let's not talk about this. Let's talk about AILET 2020 difficulty level of each of the sections. Okay, and there is a story about this. Pranab Pant and I were at the same center. Okay, when I met him after the examination, I asked him how was reasoning. Answer, very easy. Quantitative aptitude, damn easy. Okay, all right. Current affairs, very easy. Then I asked him, was there any section which was difficult? Okay, he started looking upward. Okay, so if you look at someone like Pranab Pant also, who has been a serial 100 percentiler in different sections of CAT, okay, he gave me this estimation that he was able to do 45 questions of quantitative aptitude and reasoning in 48 minutes. And mind you, he would be among one of the best, maybe top 5 in the country when it comes to these two sections. Okay. Now, my opinion on these sections: English, moderate, very knowledge based. Okay, except for some RC questions, just one passage of RC questions. Okay, which was not based on knowledge. Okay, look at the idioms, phrases, grammar, vocabulary. Okay, what is this? What is this? By the way, it has happened for the first time in the last 3 years at least that they did not ask a single question on figures of speech. Otherwise, they used to ask a lot of questions on figures of speech. Okay, at least I could not see any question on figures of speech. Okay, so English, moderate, was knowledge based. Those people who are good at vocab, okay, would have found it to be easy. GK, easy. And GK, keeping this in mind that all the current affairs questions, they were very, very expected. Now, which movie won the Academy Award this year? Okay, when it comes to SDG, which state in India got #1 rank? Certain questions related to COVID-19 crisis. Okay, certain questions based on Padma Vibhushan Award, the latest Padma Vibhushan Award. Don't you think that all these questions are very well expected? So I would say that current affairs was very simple. All the questions of current affairs were simple. When it comes to static general knowledge, 20 questions there. Okay, here. I would say that a good number of questions had many statements and the options were like this. Only A is correct, only A and B are correct, 3 are correct, okay, none is correct. So I would say that the difficulty level of static general knowledge questions, okay, was moderate. Okay, current affairs, very easy, I would say. Okay, any student who has prepared for it seriously should have scored heavily. Okay, I feel like telling you that probably the level of current affairs was substandard. Okay, and most of the questions were from 2019. Okay, you hardly had any question, okay, from the last 3-4 months. Am I right? You hardly had any question from the last 3-4 months. Okay, what else? Reasoning, I would say easy to moderate. Okay, so I would say easy to moderate. Okay, this easy, I'm sure, has been written by Mr. Pranav Pant. Okay, so in my opinion, easy to moderate. Legal aptitude, yes, moderate to difficult. And here in legal aptitude, there were 17 questions, okay, on legal knowledge, and most of these questions were based on, okay, something which has happened recently. So almost all these 17 questions, okay, were probably good enough to be put in current affairs as well. I'm sure you agree. Okay, so that way we can say the total number of current affairs questions was more than 30. 17 in legal aptitude, right, and at least 15 in general knowledge. So those people who have been following current affairs, okay, with Gradeup, okay, those people who have been following current affairs with Gradeup and more seriously with any platform, any good newspaper, magazine, okay, would have sailed through those 30-35 questions. Okay, would have sailed through those 30-35 questions. Okay, but when it comes to legal reasoning part of legal aptitude, it was lengthy. Okay, you have to read a lot. You have to read a lot in order to answer most of those questions. Isn't that? Isn't that? Okay. Now, Shelly Gautam is saying, who said cheating was done? At least Gradeup did not say so. Pranav and I, we did not witness any malpractice anywhere. Okay, in certain cases, probably there was some malfunctioning of some computers in my room. Okay, there were 2 such cases. In one case, they were able to change the mouse very fast, okay, at an exemplary speed. In my case, they were not able to do that, but I did not insist for that also. Overall difficulty level of the paper, we think moderate. Okay, so if you are going to score 73 to 75, that's a very good score and every chance of you getting a rank, okay, of around 65 to 70. What else? Let's look at general knowledge, okay, and current affairs sections. So you were asked 17th Lok Sabha speaker, very simple, okay, very simple, of course, Om Birla ji, okay. Now, based on CAA, you were asked 4 questions. Based on economy, you were asked 3 questions. Okay. On Padma Award, which of the following did not get Padma Vibhushan? I think the answer was Tejan Bai. Okay. Incidentally, I marked Tejan Bai thinking something else. But anyway, there's a long story there. Okay. Similarly, you had a question on history. There were 2 questions on geography. On Indian polity, you had 1 question. On international affairs, you had 1 question. Iran-Iraq deal. On OIC, you had 1 question, okay, and that also had multiple statements. I do not think that question was simple, okay. All right, what about English? Just 1 RC passage. Based on that, you had 5 questions, okay. The topic was turmeric, haldi, okay. Grammatically appropriate sentences, 6. Match the column parts of speech to idioms and phrases, 4. Okay, match verb and phrase, 3. That I found to be tricky, or probably I was not able to understand the question itself. Fill in the blanks, 6. Okay, and fill in the blanks. Someone who is good at vocabulary, okay, would have sailed through those 6 questions, okay, in probably 2 minutes. Okay, I remember a few of the words. One of the words was obdurate. Okay, similarly, one of the words which was used was maladroit. Okay. Someone who is not good at something. Okay, similarly, one of the words was, if my cavalier attitude of the government or something like that. Okay, so 3 questions were based on synonyms. On word replacement, you had 3 questions. One of the words I remember was very simple, purple patch. Okay, one of the questions was based on purple patch as well. Okay, all right. Vaibhav is saying English was very tough. English was knowledge based. Okay, so those people who are good at vocabulary, okay, would have found it to be simple. It was very knowledge based, less of reasoning, okay, more of knowledge. Okay, let's come to mathematics. So mathematics, I would say from easy to moderate. Okay, profit and loss, 2 questions. Mixture, 1 question. Okay, number system, 2 questions. Arithmetic progression, 2 questions. Okay, 1 question on probability. Okay, and 1 question, very simple question on permutation combination as well. We shall come back to this. So I believe that an attempt of, or rather Pranav and I, okay, believe that probably an attempt of 6 to 7, okay, was certainly there up for grabs. Okay, what else? Let's come to the reasoning. Okay, so circular arrangement 5, flow based puzzle 7. The only problem with the flow based puzzle was that every question threw a new situation at you, but hardly any amount of thinking. Okay, probably a bit of time was needed. Critical reasoning 7 questions, blood relations 4 questions, clock and calendars 4 questions, letter analogy 2 questions, direction 2 questions, coding decoding 2 questions, odd one out 2. If you have some questions, we can probably answer, okay, some of the questions right here. And otherwise also in this session itself, we aim to cover some 50-60 questions for you. Don't you worry. Or at least we shall give you the answers. Okay. All right. Now, let's move to the next section here. Okay. And that section is legal aptitude. Legal reasoning, 18 questions. These questions were lengthy. You have to read a lot in order to answer them. Legal knowledge, 17 questions. Okay. Mostly from current affairs. Okay. Now, you had questions from Indian Contract Act, tort law, members of the International Criminal Court, Essential Commodities Act, Ordinance Bill, Enemy Property Act as well, okay, CAA as well, okay. How can they not ask you a question on CAA? The entire country knows about a place in Delhi now, Shaheen Bagh, okay. All right. Negligence, defamation, 10th schedule of the Indian Constitution, okay. So all these topics certainly made their presence felt. Okay. Now some memory-based questions for you. And of course, net, if you're going to get something in the range 73 to 75, okay, you stand a very, very good chance of doing this BA LLB course, okay, from NLU Delhi, okay, in the session 2020-25. Okay, 17th Lok Sabha Speaker, of course, Om Birla. Why did India's rank, okay, fall in global peace index, highest risk of multiple climate hazards? Okay, which award, okay, did Ravish Kumar win? In fact, the question was that which of the following journalists, okay, won Ramon Magsaysay Award? Okay, the answer is Ravish Kumar. Okay. Similarly, which state topped the SDG index for 2019-20? Answer is Kerala. Okay. Idea of sustainable development, okay, came from which agreement? Okay, so here I read Paris Agreement. I'm not sure if I'm in agreement with this answer. Okay. Now some more questions. Which country was added, okay, to the International Criminal Court recently? Answer is Malaysia. 123rd member, joined on 4th March 2019. Which High Court watched for the right to internet and which was ultimately held by the Honorable Supreme Court as well? Okay, that is Kerala High Court. Most of such questions, okay, have just one answer. In fact, in today's examination also, I believe that there were at least 3 questions of which the answer was Kerala. Okay, if the question is, okay, on something good and you're given options and among the options you get Kerala, you can mark this. Okay, chances are quite good that you will get some marks for that. Okay, so which High Court watched for right to internet? Of course, Kerala High Court. You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. We all know her. Okay, Greta Thunberg. I do not know how to pronounce it. Okay, where is the 9-dash line situated? All of us know what is happening or what has been happening in between Taiwan and China. Taiwan was earlier known as Formosa. Okay, so of course those people who have followed this news would know that 9-dash line, okay, is situated in the South China Sea. Okay, otherwise also expect a passage on Formosa or Taiwan, okay, in CLAT this year. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Okay, all right. Saloni is saying that everyone will get NLU Delhi. Let the result come out, Saloni. I would want to know how many people actually score above 72 to 75. It's not that easy. Okay, once you come out of the examination hall, many people believe that they are certainly going to score above 100. Okay, this feeling will come down within 2 days. Don't you worry. Take our words very seriously. Okay, our team together would have written probably more than 1,500 competitions. More important, would have cleared at least 1,400 of those. All right. Okay. Okay. So some more memory-based questions. We shall discuss some more memory-based questions with you. But before that, what is a good attempt in English? 20 to 22. In general knowledge, 18 to 20. In legal aptitude, 16 to 18. In logical reasoning, 23 to 25. Elementary mathematics, 6, 7. Overall, 85 to 90. Overall, 85 to 90. And a net score of 72 to 75. Okay, for a general category student. For other categories, it would be even lower. Okay, should take you to NLU Delhi for its BA LLB program. Okay, session 2025, the batch of 25. Okay, all right. What else? Expected cutoff. Okay, 75. And whatever marks you see here, all India rank and expected marks. Okay, this is what this is. Okay, now your CLAT is on 28th of September and we shall be doing the analysis at 5:30 in the evening. The examination will get over at 4 in the evening and we shall be there in front of you taking a session on the questions of CLAT at 5:30. Okay, so do not forget to attend the session, and there also you will get a very accurate idea of the cutoffs and the difficulty level and other things. Now, what I'm going to do is to discuss certain questions with you. Okay, like of course I've already told you that one of the questions was the most livable city, and the answer was Vienna, the capital of Austria. Okay, the most livable city, the answer is Vienna. Okay, similarly, the movie which got the award for the best picture, okay, in the latest Academy Awards, and the answer is Parasite. Okay, the answer is Parasite. It's not Joker. One of the options was Joker also. Okay, but please keep that in mind that the protagonist of the Joker had got the award for the best actor. Okay, which movie got the best movie award? It was Parasite. All right. Okay, Parasite or not Joker. Okay, similarly, one of the questions was related to Hong Kong protests. Answer to the question which is on Hong Kong protests is extradition. Okay, so what precipitated the problem? Okay, it was a rule related to extradition. Please keep that in mind. Okay, similarly, there was a question on the eighth wonder of the world. Which of the following was included, okay, as the eighth wonder? Okay, and the answer is Statue of Unity, which is near Ahmedabad. Okay, so one of the answers was Statue of Unity. Okay, please do not forget. All right. Similarly, one of the questions was that which of the following did not get Padma Vibhushan Award this year in 2020? The answer is Tijan Bai. Okay, Tijan Bai. Okay, that folk singer who is world famous for Pandwani. Okay, all right. And of course, we have already talked about the speaker of the 17th Lok Sabha, Om Birla ji. Okay, then there was a question on the youngest MP. The youngest MP in the 17th Lok Sabha, and of course the answer is Chandrani Murmu. So one of the answers is Chandrani Murmu, the youngest MP. Chandrani Murmu. Chandrani Murmu. Okay. What else? Then you had a question on which of the following countries criminalized fake news. Okay. One of the most prominent countries, at least among the options, okay, the options which you had, okay, the answer would be Singapore. Okay, by the way, you know what is behind this name, Singapore? City of Lion. Okay, that is the meaning of Singapore. It's of Indian origin. I expect you to know. Similarly, one of the questions was related to then in which of the following mediums the sound cannot travel. Of course, the answer is vacuum. Vacuum. The answer was vacuum. Okay, right from my childhood, I have struggled with the spelling of this. Probably today, I succeeded in getting the right spelling. Okay, all right. So these were the answers I would be answering, or rather, I would be telling you about a few more questions. Similarly, one of the questions was that the flower Neela Kurunji, the flower Neela Kurunji, okay, which blossoms every 12th year, is found on the Western Ghats. Okay, on the Western Ghats. That is the answer. All right. Any doubt? Any doubt about this? Okay, let's take the questions one by one. What else? I would be sharing a few more questions with you. Okay. Who had written Sare Jahan Se Acha? Okay. It was, and in my full senses, I would say that idiot Iqbal. Okay. Sare Jahan Se Acha was written by Muhammad Iqbal. Okay. The person who sided with Jinnah, okay, and worked against the idea of India. Okay, incidentally, Sare Jahan Se Acha was written by Iqbal. Okay, all right. Then you had some questions on Enemy Property Act in the Legal Aptitude section. There was a question related to the Enemy Property Act. Okay. Then you had something related to Anti-Defection Act as well. Okay. All right. Any doubt? Let's look at a few more questions, and in fact we would want to give you the answers to all 10 questions of quantitative aptitude. There was a question in which, okay, this was given that for 1200 rupees, if the price goes up by 5 rupees per item, the number of items comes down by 20. The answer to that was 15 rupees per item and 80 items, because if 15 becomes 20, this becomes 60 for 1200 rupees. Okay, so of course the answer to one of the questions was in quantitative aptitude 15, 80. Okay, let's write down all the answers. Then you had a question that if x is an integer, mod of x is less than 4, for how many integer values of x? The answer is 7, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Similarly, you had a question, okay, on which this was given that some items are available, okay, on some days rather you earn 105 rupees per day, on some days you earn 18 rupees less, that is 87, and you earn something, okay, for how many days you earn 105, for how many days you earn 87? The answer was 21 and 9. The answer was 21 and 9. Okay, the answer was 21 and 9. Similarly, there was one question, okay, that 2 to the power x is equal to 7 to the power y is equal to 14 to the power z, and then you have to express z in terms of x and y. So here the z was xy divided by x plus y. Okay, then I have some more questions for you. There was a very simple question that from A to B you can go in 3 ways, and from B to C you can go in 4 ways. Okay, then in how many ways can you travel from A to C via B? The answer is of course 4 into 3, 12. Very simple question. Okay, then there was a question on arithmetic progression. The third term of an AP, I'm trying to recall the question also, was 14. Okay, the third term was 14. Okay, and you were given one more term. Probably you were given 10th term as well. So 10th term would be 56, right? Yes, of course, Pranav is sitting here, and in fact he wants to say hi to you, and he wishes to wish all the best to you for CLAT also. So he will come here. Don't you worry. Okay, so here the question was that what will be the arithmetic mean of the first 15 terms? Now the first 15 terms, the arithmetic mean would be the 8th term. Okay, and the 8th term was, the answer is 44. The answer is 44. Any doubt? Any doubt? Answer to that question is 44. Okay, now let's come to the 7th question. And in fact, Pranav is going to take a session, okay, in which he will discuss all 10 questions of quantitative aptitude, plus around 25 questions of reasoning also. I believe there were a good number of questions from reasoning. If I do not know if I should be making a promise on his behalf, okay, but I believe he should be able to manage 20 questions at least. Pranav, 20? You should be able to recall and discuss, no? Okay, so he should be able to discuss close to 30 questions with you. Okay. Similarly, one of the questions was, okay, on profit, loss and discount. The answer was 20% increase. Okay, the question was something like this, that you buy a lot, okay, 12 for 18 rupees and 18 for 12 rupees. Okay, if you buy them in the ratio 2:3 and sell them at some price, okay, what would be the profit percentage? Okay, it would be 20%. Similarly, there was a question, okay, which was based on 80% solution of something, of which 20% was being taken out and replaced with water. Okay, a particular solution, okay, had 80% of something, so you were taking out 20% and replacing that with water. In the final solution, what will be the percentage of that particular thing? The answer would be straight away 80 into 0.8 square. 80 into 0.8 square, which is 51.2. 51.2% was the answer. Okay, we very clearly remember. Okay, we very clearly remember. Similarly, there was a question. Another question on, okay, actually arithmetic progression, where you take a loan of 60,000 rupees, okay, and you repay in 25 years, okay, and initially you pay something and then every year it increases by a particular sum. Okay, what was the first installment? The answer was 1,680 rupees. Okay, the answer was 1,680 rupees. And there was a question on probability. Okay, where we remember the answer. The answer was 45 by 286. 45 by 286. So those people who wish to, okay, get the detailed solutions of reasoning as well as quantitative aptitude, okay, can come and join our session. And anyway, we wish to do all the questions for you, each and every question which appeared in AILET today, because ultimately the examination was conducted by the National Testing Agency. Okay, and I'm sure they would be coming out with the answer key, provisional answer key, and they will give you a window to challenge those answers. Okay, so we shall also tell you about Gradeup's opinion on all those answers. Don't you worry. If there would be anything worth challenging, Gradeup will be the first. Gradeup will be the first company to let you know. Okay, absolutely no doubt about that. I'm sure you have already seen that. Okay, so these were the 10 answers of the question which appeared on quantitative aptitude. Now let's talk about, at least, though Pranav is sitting here, okay, but I will take a bit of liberty to talk about reasoning as well. Okay, so one question was based on clocks, okay, that in 65 minutes only, okay, every 65 minutes hand and hours hand, they coincide, okay. The answer to that question was, if my memory is serving me right, this was 10 by 143. This was 10 by 143. This was the answer. Okay. Now you have any questions? So now the last thing, and we shall of course be taking a few other sessions as well. Okay. We shall try to discuss all 35 questions or 50 questions of general knowledge which appeared. And why did I say all 50 questions? I did not make a mistake. 35 questions which appeared in GK, and even those 15 questions at least, or 17 questions other than legal reasoning, which appeared in the legal aptitude section. Okay, we will try to discuss all those 52 questions with you. Okay, don't you worry. And our final verdict. What should be a good score to get into NLU Delhi? 72 to 75. Okay, 72 to 75. Okay, what else? CLAT analysis on 28th of September. Okay, at 5:30 p.m. Okay, that is 90 minutes of, okay, the test getting over. Within 90 minutes of the test getting over, and by the time you reach home, we shall be doing the analysis for you. What else you want? What else you expect? So what else? And all those people who are preparing for all these competitions, okay, for the next year, okay, subscribe to Gradeup Super. What all do you get here? Structured live courses for each and every examination, full syllabus coverage, complete doubt resolution, expert faculty members, okay, many of whom are from NLUs, or there are people, okay, if they're not from NLUs, they make it a point to appear for these examinations and crack them as well. And what is the period of this subscription? 24 months, 12 months, and a month. And who are these people? Shurojit Bhaduri from NLU Gandhinagar, Shantanu Dynamite Jha, okay, from NLSIU, Bengaluru, AIR 47 in CLAT, Dev D, Devajyoti Das, NLSIU, Bangalore, AIR 20 in the year 2006. Okay, the institute used to have its separate entrance examination then. Prashant Pandey from RM NLU, Lucknow. Okay, Savitri, okay, with 26 years of teaching experience. Sarojam Dasubanta, okay, with 17 years of experience. Naveen Iyer, Ashutosh Gupta, okay, Ankit Sharma, and Pranab Pant. What else? Prep Smart, scored better, go Gradeup, and mind you, 72 to 75. Okay, not more than that. That should be enough for you. Okay, and very important thing. This was just the semi-final, not the final. Keep preparing for the final. Okay, but do not tax yourself too much. Do not tax yourself too much. All the best.